Spontaneous stream, so hopefully y'all up and at them early in this morning on this beautiful Saturday. Y'all got about 30 minutes to chop it up with the kid, man. I just got something I want to get off my chest. So this is spontaneous. I know I said that I wouldn't stream this weekend, but I got a little downtime in between my sessions, and here I am with something very important to get off my chest. So again, like I said, hopefully I got some early birds that don't mind joining me for about 30, 35, 40 minutes, depending on what time people start strolling in this joint, man. But I got something very important that I want to get off my chest. Y'all see the title of this particular stream. We talking about basically accountability and people not wanting to hear the truth about themselves. So I just want to clear up some things, man, that I have been observing. You know, I have been observing a lot. I just sit back and I just listen to what everybody is saying, and I just pay attention to what everybody is typing and writing. And I just got some input, man. I got some input on regards to what everybody is on out here, man. It's weird, man. We got some weird energy out here, man. And I just want to correct that or try to neutralize this weird energy. So what's the word, man? How y'all feeling on this Saturday morning, man? Again, like I said, we up and at them early. Wasn't planning to do it, but here we are. Here we are. Magic, peace, what's happening? What's the word? Aaron, peace, what's the word with you, my brother? Javon, peace, what's happening? What's the word? JF, peace, what's happening? Yeah, we about to talk about it, man. We about to talk about it. You know, because a lot of times, man, we gotta stop playing. We gotta stop playing around out here, man. We shifting, we pointing fingers, shifting blame. Like, we gotta stop doing that, man. And we doing it too often these days. Derek, peace, what's happening? You got the men that like to say the women don't like to hear the truth about themselves, and then you got the women that say the men don't like to hear the truth about themselves. The truth of the matter is, or the fact of the matter is, nobody likes to hear the truth about themselves. Nobody. Like, it's a very select few people that can handle any type of criticism well. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Like, let's be honest out here, man. We got to stop acting like most of us receive criticism well. Truth of the matter is, man, no, we do not. You gonna have that problem whether you talking to a bunch of men or whether you talking to a bunch of women. The majority on both sides both have a problem being criticized, hearing the truth about themselves. Let's be real. Let's be real. Prodigal son, peace, what's happening? Chris, peace, my brother. Hey, you say you in the loop. Where you at? TZ, peace, what's happening? Eugene. Yeah, Magic, I'm saying, and it's real in the field, man. They don't want to hear the truth about themselves. They don't like to be held accountable. From my experience, not too many people on either side like to be held accountable. Not too many people like to be held accountable for their ways and actions, man. Not too many people. So this is not something that's just designated for women. It's not just something designated for men. I deal with men and women. You know, I deal with both of them. And not too many of either side like to be held accountable or to hear any type of truth. Not too many of them on either side take the truth well. There's not too many people on either side. So it's not just when I tell women the truth, they don't like to hear it. No, I get the same backlash when I tell the dudes the truth. You know, so again, it's not one side being able to handle the truth and the other side can't handle the truth. I don't know what world y'all living in, but that's not the world that I have experienced, that I have observed, that I'm living in. Like, it's not that way, man. Again, go out there. If you think I'm lying, go out there and try to tell a brother something about himself and see how well he receives it. And then if you are a sister and you like, oh, man can't handle the truth, then go out there and try to tell another sister about herself and see how well she receives it. You gonna get backlash 90% of the time. Either way you go. You gonna get backlash either way that you go. So again, I don't know where we have come up with it's only a certain side that don't like to hear about themselves. I don't know where that's coming from. Montel, peace, what's happening? Eugene, for sure. And like I said, the thing about the truth is the truth really don't have any feelings attached to it. The truth It is what it is. But like I said, most people, whether it be men or women, cannot handle the actual truth. Hey, if most brothers was out here able to handle the truth, and most sisters was out here able to handle the truth, then the world would be a much different place. The world would be a much different place if people was able to actually handle the truth about themselves. We'll be in a healthier society. But due to the fact that we are not in a healthy society, that proves the point that people cannot handle the truth, man. Because if people were more receptive to the truths out here, again, we would have a healthier society. And we don't have a healthy society. We don't. Because people reject the truth. They reject it. They reject the truth on all levels. Antonio, my brother, peace, what's happening? But people reject the truth on all levels. And that's why we have a very unhealthy society. Because you can't tell anybody anything. You know? So again, this is not something that just women, we can't tell these women nothing. Like, it's not just something for them. Again, try to have these conversations with dudes. Try to tell dudes what they need to do. Try to tell dudes what they need to stop doing. Try to tell them that. You're going to get the same type of backlash, man. You're going to get the same type of resistance. It is what it is. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. And then we don't give enough credit to the people that are receptive to the truth. The people that are receptive to change. We don't give them enough credit. We don't give them enough credit at all. So shout out to the people that's out here being receptive to the truth about themselves. Shout out to the people that's able to handle criticism. Shout out to those people, man. That's going to get you very far in life. Oh, Magic, yeah, man. They living in what I call fantasy land. Oh, yeah, South County, my brother. Yes, sir. You're on the other side of town, for sure. Congrats to the cuzzo, though. Yeah, Magic, you don't never see it. We just always, again, we want to lump everybody into a box, you know? But like I said, for the most part, Cryptox, peace, what's happening? For the most part, man, people are not as receptive to the truth at all. Again, man, like I said, you want to test the theory, go out there and tell somebody about themselves based off of your observation and see how that conversation goes. Even if somebody asks you, for you to tell them the truth about themselves based off of your observation and what you have experienced and things like that, man, they still not going to be receptive. Get it all the time when somebody asks for your opinion and you give them the opinion and then they mad at your opinion. Again, people can't handle the truth, man. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle an opinion when it's different from theirs. They just can't handle it. We can't handle it, man. We gotta do better with all of that. We gotta do better with the criticism. We gotta do better with having constructive conversations and things like that, man. We gotta do better with pointing fingers, lumping one group in the box and acting like another group is not in the box with them. You know, we gonna put this group in the box. Whole while we also in the same box with them, but we acting like we not. We got to make some type of sense. Yeah, I put y'all in the box, but guess what? I'm also in this same box. What is it? The pot calling the kettle black type deal. C square piece, what's happening? All Cryptox for 100%. They can't handle it, just like the movie. Can't handle the truth. And Elijah Muhammad got a quote. He said, "The truth hurts the guilty." And that's an actual fact. When you tell somebody the truth and they get hurt, they guilty. They guilty. He said the truth hurts the guilty. When somebody tells you the truth about yourself, man, and you get hurt, you get overly emotional, that means you are guilty. Whatever it was that the person stated, you are guilty of it. And that's why you are all in your feelings. That's why you are very emotional in your response, because you are guilty. You are guilty of everything that was said in that truth, and you can't handle that. Very select few can actually handle that. Ray Sean, peace, what's happening? Jacqueline, peace, what's happening? Doris Gordon, peace, what's the word? Doris Gordon for sure. And see, you admit that. That's one of the first steps towards recovery. You know, and I'm gonna be honest. When I was a youngin', cause I used to, like, y'all gotta understand, I get criticized all the time, man. I'm like the epitome of a person that lives a life in which I get criticized. Cause y'all see some of the moves that I make. Y'all have seen some of the moves that I have made. Y'all see how I choose to walk around and look. I have been getting criticized my whole entire life, you know, and I wasn't always receptive to it. But now I'm able to decipher like criticism opposed to just somebody telling me some trash, you know, and I'm able to just brush certain things off. Like when people try to talk to me about, or back in the day when they used to try to talk to me about my hair and things like that. I was like, you know, dudes like, man, you need to cut your hair if you want to get a job. I mean, that stuff used to get on my nerves. But then I had to broaden the perspective. I'm like, okay, cool. They speaking on it from their perspective, from their experiences. They think that I'm striving to live a life that's similar to theirs. They don't know. They don't know who I am. They don't know what I have planned for my life. So I can't fault them for not knowing. They lack knowledge of who I am. So they're ignorant to who they're talking to. So why would I get upset when that's the case? I'm not going to even waste that energy. If I know that you don't know me and I know what you said is not necessarily true, then I'm definitely not going to spaz out. Now, if you say something and I start to self-reflect and I see what you said, it resonated with me, and I'm like, okay, what this person, they gave me this honest criticism, and for a minute I was hurt by it, but after I self-reflected and I looked within, and I'm like, dang, man, they actually right. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna apply some things to my life. I'm gonna apply what you said to my life. So you always gotta reflect. You always gotta reflect, man. That's how I'm able to kind of handle criticism now. Like when somebody tells me anything about communication, I'm not gonna get in my feelings because they right and exact. I know how my communication is. Like I know I have moments where I don't want to talk and things like that. I can't get mad at that. Like if somebody comes to me with that criticism, I cannot be mad because it's true. Because I have knowledge of who I am. So when somebody comes to me with something that's true, I gotta accept it. I gotta eat it. You know, I'm working on myself. I'm a work in progress, just like everybody else. You know, so when somebody comes to me, I'm not gonna get offended if it's true. Now, like I said, if it's some trash, which cutting your hair just to get a job, that's trash to me. That's not criticism, that's trash. You know what I'm saying? That's me conforming, compromising myself. But when you come and say, man, you got to work on your communication skills, that's not trash. That's some good criticism, because that's going to get you far in life. You know, so I'm able to accept that because I know who I am. I know that I have that problem. I know that I'm flawed in that area. So that's some good criticism. So when enough people keep telling me about that communication, man, then it's time for me to listen. It's time for me to make some changes, because too many people telling me the same thing. And I've told myself that after I've done some reflecting. So again, man, accepting criticism comes with reflection, like self-reflection, introspection, getting in tune with yourself. Once you are in tune with yourself, like, you know what areas need work. You are your own worst critic. So when you in tune with yourself, when somebody throws the criticism your way, you already know it. So you're really not in your feelings because you already know. You like, man, I tell myself this every day. That's more confirmation from the outside, you know? So I'm very in tune with who I am. So when anybody gives me criticism about myself, trust me, I already know it. So I ain't even mad. I'm like, damn, you know what? I tell myself this every day. When somebody tells me about being a procrastinator, I can't even get mad. You know what I'm saying? When they tell me that I need to work on that, I can't get mad. And I'm like, you right and exact, because I tell myself this all the time. I just don't work on it. You know, straight up. So I can't even get mad, man. When people tell me certain things about myself, I'm like, yep, you right. You right. Shantae P Screen, what's happening? Doors Garden, there you go. TR, peace. Jacqueline, for sure. You know, and it is what it is. And it ain't even necessarily the truth hurting. It's our response to the truth that's causing that slight hurt, that slight pain. You know, it's our response to it. It's our response to it. You know, so again, like I said, when I'm in tune with myself, when you're in tune with yourself, when somebody gives you criticism, you should have already heard it before from yourself. Because at the end of the day, you should be your own worst critic, which I know I am. So I already know it. When somebody tell me something, I already know it. Now, you will have those rare moments when somebody tells you something that you may have overlooked, so you may not be hip to. So then they'll tell you something and it's resonating with you, and that's when you really gotta dig deep and reflect like, dang, hold on. You know, they told me something about myself that I didn't think about. Let me do the knowledge to myself real quick, man. Let me reflect real quick. You know, very seldom does that happen, but that also happens when somebody puts you on game in regards to something about yourself, like a flaw about yourself that you may have overlooked or that you may not have paid attention to. So that happens. So when it sounds like something that makes sense and it ain't some sellout nonsense, I'm all ears for it. I'm all ears. Like I said, that's how I've made a lot of the changes that I have made over the time, just by being receptive to change, man, being receptive to criticism. Sometimes people may think that I'm not listening to them or not being receptive. Whole while I'm paying attention. I'm paying all type of attention. You know, I'm paying all type of attention. Like I said, all the changes that I've made in my life came from me listening to people. That's how you make the changes. Being open to change. Being open to criticism. Being open to somebody saying, hey, everything you're doing right now is a lie. There's no way I would have been able to make changes if I would have been stubborn. So that's one of the things that I have to correct people on too. When they you're stubborn. That don't even make any sense. You know, because I've made some complete changes in my life. Like I turned my life, like I started doing the total opposite of what I was doing, and that happened in a matter of years. You know, so to say somebody is stubborn like that, nah, that's incorrect. It's just certain things I won't tolerate. So if that's what you call stubborn, then it is what it is. But if it's something that makes sense, I'm all ears for it. I'm going to implement it, and I won't hesitate. You know? So like I said, when you in tune with yourself, you able to decipher and detect what's garbage as far as like criticism, like what's honest, constructive criticism opposed to destructive criticism. You able to detect and decipher and determine like, oh no, that's destructive criticism. That's coming from a wicked place, or that's coming from a place of ignorance. They just don't know who they talking to. They just don't know what I have planned, so I can't fault them for that. So you should be able to determine that once you are in tune with yourself. So again, once I realize that it's destructive criticism and it's coming from like an ignorant place, I'm not mad because they don't know. Can't fault them for what they don't know. You know, like I said, when they out here telling me to cut my hair for a job, they just don't know who they talking to. They just don't know. They don't know at all. Byron Peace, what's happening? Working towards the dream. Let's get it. Dreams become reality. E Reacts Peace, what's happening? Doors Garden. And that's all. That's what life is about, man. Hey, maturity, man. Evolving. That's part of the process. That's part of the process, man. Like you supposed to be a better person than you were yesterday. Matter of fact, you supposed to be a better person than you were an hour ago. You know, that's how life is supposed to unfold for us, but doesn't work that way for the most part. Slaps and Traps, Peace, what's happening? That's how life is supposed to be, man. You're supposed to be a better person than you were an hour ago, a day ago, a week ago. And I read about this Japanese concept. I don't know if I'm gonna say the word right, but it's like Kaizen. It's Kaizen. And that concept, that word implies continual or continuous improvement. Continuous improvement. Real simple. But how many people actually practice that? That's a Japanese concept. It's continuous improvement. That's how life should be for us. We should be continuously improving on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis. But it's not happening. And we wonder why things really are remaining the same or regressing. Because again, continuous improvement. What did you do yesterday? And how are you improving upon that today? What steps are you going to take today to be better than you were yesterday? How many times you sit down and ask yourself these questions? Like last week wasn't necessarily the best week. What am I going to do this upcoming week to improve upon that? How many times do you ask yourself these questions? See, these are important questions that we need to ask ourselves. This is the honest criticism right here. You know, like being a personal trainer, I have to give that honest criticism a lot when people not doing what it is they need to do and then getting mad that they not receiving the results that they would like to receive. So I'm in the business of honest and constructive criticism. You can't expect to be losing the weight or slimming the waist down if you going to McDonald's, if you keep drinking all these sodas, if you keep eating all this junk food, and you mad because your waist is not slimming down. Stop drinking the soda. Stop drinking the alcohol. Stop doing the trash. Not too many people want to hear that. Again, men and women. So it's not just women don't like to hear the truth. You can't tell women nothing. We not finna do our women like that. We not finna do our sisters like that. And I can't stand when that happens. Can't stand when that happens. Because I got a boatload of sisters that have listened to exactly what it was that I instructed them to do. Meanwhile, I have a bunch of dudes that when I tell them to lay off the alcohol, if they want to get rid of the gut, they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? The stubbornness is real in that field. You know, so we not about to keep subjecting women to they don't listen. How many of you grown men listen? You know, and this is something that inspired this video, man. I keep seeing people talking about women not liking to hear the truth about themselves. Last time I checked, I have a harder time, or I have just as hard of a time telling men any type of truth. And I'm talking about the truth in the field that I work in. I'm not just talking about my opinion on things. I'm talking about telling men the truth in regards to getting in shape versus women. This is a field that I'm in, this is what I do. You know, so again, we're not about to keep subjecting these women to, you can't tell them nothing. The same brother that says that, you can't tell him nothing without having to argue. So again, we're going to stop doing that. Like, we going to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep talking about it until it's done, until it ceases, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe you just the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I tell people this all the time. We got to stop. We do this with women, and I feel like it's unfair. You get with a woman, and you be like, women don't listen. Man, listen, it's the approach. You may just be the wrong messenger for her. Just like children have different learning styles, just like certain dudes, it's going to take a certain person to get through to that woman, just like it takes a certain person to get through to you. It took a certain teacher to get through to you, black man. The same applies to that black woman. It's going to take a certain dude to get through to her. You're not receptive to everybody that gives you information, black man. So stop acting like this woman is supposed to be receptive to every dude that throws some information her way. It don't work like that. It took a special person to get through to your mind. Listen, my second grade teacher was like the teacher for me. I didn't listen to a lot of my teachers, man. But my second grade teacher, she was one of them ones. She got through to me. I listened to her. That's why I remember her vividly. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a special person to get through to you, to get you to realize certain things. You're not just going to listen to any and everybody. So it ain't just these women don't listen. Man, listen, these women going to listen to who they want to listen to, just like you going to listen to who you want to listen to. I don't listen to every brother that talks to me. I don't listen to every sister that talks to me. I listen to the ones that make sense to me, that I want to listen to. This applies to everybody, man. Everybody has a way that you must approach them for them to listen. So again, man, we gonna have to stop all of that nonsense, man. It's nonsense, it's trash, man, to keep putting them in that box and say that they don't listen when I know I've had too many conversations with brothers and they not listening. And I be ready to drop kick them. I'm telling you, from my experience, I get more irritated with the brothers that I be trying to talk to because they don't do right. And we the ones that need to do right because we dying at the younger age. The women, according to the stats, gonna outlive us. So we the ones that need to be doing right as far as fitness goes, and them the ones that be getting on my nerves. I tell them simple things. Hey, bro, you need to stop drinking this alcohol. Then I see them again. Here they go. I can't let it go. I can't let it go, man. I keep drinking alcohol. I tell them, hey, man, you got to stop eating so late at night. Come back seeing what they do. Ate late at night. You know what I'm saying? Simple stuff that I be telling them. I got about fight these dudes to get them to do something. Now, granted, like I said, yes, I have women in that boat. But the fact of the matter is, like, I have just as many dudes that's in that boat that will not listen. And I'm talking about not listening in a field in which I'm qualified to tell you what to do because it's my job. You know? So again, we not finna just keep throwing everybody in a box, man. We ain't gonna do it. We not gonna do it. Dudes be getting just as much in their feelings as these women when you tell them what they need to do. Better future, peace. Appreciate the donation, Jacqueline. Appreciate that donation, my sister. Yeah, that Kaizen, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I just tapped in with that concept, man. It's a beautiful concept. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm telling y'all, man, Dropkick, man, everybody see the people that see me train, man, like they see me, just my tolerance with dudes, I be getting annoyed, man. Because, man, we need to listen, man. We telling y'all, man, our health, like we dying young, brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be listening to this type of information, man. Can't be playing around with our health, man. We not living that long out here, man. Like, we not living that long. We got to do everything that's necessary, man, to expand our lives, man. So we can't be playing around. We can't be doing a bunch of this nonsense. We can't be 40 acting like we 20, living like we 20. Can't be doing that. We can't be doing it. Byron, what you say, that's why I say to myself, people hate the truth, but swear they real. Someone said, if everyone doesn't hate you, then you are not living up to your full potential. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's cool too. But man, forget that. I don't even want to focus on people that's hating me out here, you know? I don't even want to do that. Yeah, I don't even want to do that. I'm done focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? Because what you focus on grows. And a lot of times we just be focusing, we focusing too much on that. So shout out to the people that be supporting me, you know what I'm saying? That be throwing love my way. That's what I'm focused on. You know? But we live in a world nowadays, Byron, we live in a world nowadays where it's glorified to have people hating on you. That's a badge of honor. It's almost like hatred now is like the new going to jail. It's like street cred. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been locked up, you got street cred now. You respected out here in these streets. That's what having haters is these days. Like, look at all my haters. Look at all these people hating on me. That's like stress, like that's social media cred now. You got a bunch of people hating on you. You justified out here. You know, I'm cool, man. I'd rather have a bunch of people throwing some positive energy my way. I'd rather have a bunch of people supporting me. That means I'm doing something right. That's my measuring tool right there. When I got a bunch of people rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? That means I'm doing something right when I see that. But now we got, like, hatred is the new badge of honor, street cred. Like, look at all these haters I got. Look at all my haters. It's beautiful. I got a bunch of haters. Neglecting all your supporters. Acting like you got more haters than supporters. For the life of me, I can't understand somebody. You got 50, 60,000 people rocking with you on a platform, and you got like 10 people in the comments hating on you, and you swear you got a million haters. No, you got 50, 60,000 people that's rocking with you. And let's just cut it in half. Because some people may be subscribing to you, but not necessarily liking you. You still got 25,000 people rocking with you. Focus on them. What you focus on grows. So I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. I used to be on that. All these people hating on me. That mean I'm living? Nah, I ain't got time for that. All that means, when you got a lot of people hating, so to speak, on you, all that means is that's what you focusing on. That's it. I'm here to change that perspective. If you think you got a lot of people hating on you, that don't necessarily mean you doing anything right. That just means that's what you focusing on. That means you focusing on the folks that's hating on you. That's it. That's it. That's literally all that means. It literally means that that's what I'm focusing on. Like, I can easily find all the people that got something negative to say about me and be like, yeah, I got a bunch of haters. That means I'm doing something right. Nah, that means I'm focusing on all the people that's hating on me, that got something negative to say. And I'm ignoring the people that got something good to say. That's it. Because it don't matter what you do in your life, with your life, if you're on a public platform, there are going to be people who disagree with you. And also, not everybody that disagrees with you or has a different opinion than you is a hater. So a lot of times we be thinking we have haters when in reality, a person just doesn't agree with what we're saying, or they have a different perspective. And now we have labeled them a hater. And then you also have people that just troll. Like, this is what they do. They just troll. They ain't got nothing better to do with their lives than to troll. You know, so that's you know what I'm saying? I'm not focusing on that. I don't feel good about announcing that. Like, oh man, I got all these haters on me. Nah, that something bad is liable to happen to me by focusing on that. Flawed 2001, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all for real. Like, that's why I talk about my brothers the way I talk about my brothers, because I get on my brothers, man, because we already got our backs against the wall, right? We already got our backs against the wall. So we should be open to a lot of honest criticism in regards to getting our lives together, because we have to. We have to. I'm of the culture, I'm of the lifestyle that everything is going to revolve around us. The strength of the nation revolves around us. So I'm focusing on us. Like, if I'm going to have some harsh words, it's going to be directed towards these brothers. Because again, I don't care what y'all say about these sisters. I don't care how y'all view these sisters. I'm telling y'all, for the most part, 95% of these women out here, they want a strong black man to lead them in the right direction. I don't care what y'all say they saying out here on the surface. I don't care what y'all claim that they are saying and believing out here. I'm telling y'all, they get the right brother to come into their lives. All of that tough talking they was doing is gone. All that tough talking they was doing about being independent, not need no man, is going out the window once they come across the right man. Key word there, right man. Key words, right man. I ain't say any man. I said the right man. You can be a good man, but that don't mean you the right man for this woman. See, we don't understand that. Like, man, I'm a good dude, but you not the right dude for her. So again, we gotta, it's a lot of things like that we gotta talk about. And we gotta, you know what I'm saying, factor into the equation. She needs the right man to come into her life. Now, what'll be the right man? Well, that's for her to determine once she get in tune with herself. But again, contrary to what everybody is out here saying and claiming, I'm telling you, 95% of these women, man, they want a strong black brother to lead them. Point blank, period. So it's on us to be strong, but we're not taking care of our health, mentally and physically. So how are we going to be able to be strong for them? We sitting around complaining, crying, doing all type of not drinking, guts all the way out to here. We not doing anything to improve our health, and we blaming them. We crying about them. Come on, man. It's on us, man. We got to get ourselves together. I'm telling you, once more of us start getting ourselves together, they going to follow suit. That is the natural order of life. That's why I be talking to dudes the way that I talk to dudes. I'm not about to spend my time talking bad, talking down on women, because a lot of this is on us. Once we get our things, once we get our stuff together, man, boom, they ready. They ready. Like I said, the people that they had my back the most, the people that been ready to ride the most behind me, been some sisters. Been some sisters, man. So again, when we get up and we get ready to do our thing, I'm telling y'all, they're gonna be right there behind us. They're gonna be right there behind us. Due to knowledge to a lot of listen, due to knowledge to groups like the Nation of Islam. You know how many sisters converted over to Islam because the right brother came into the mix. You know how many of those sisters just converted over to Islam because they was dealing with a dude that brought that culture to them. That is how that works, man. I'm telling you, when you the right brother for a sister, she gonna convert over to whatever it is you doing to please you. That is what's gonna happen. And again, it's gotta be the right man. So again, you might have entertained a sister, man, and it didn't work out for you, but you just wasn't the right one. You could have been good, you could have been great, but you just not what she needs. So again, we gotta understand that. Don't get in your feelings. Don't lump them all in a box. You just wasn't the right one. It didn't work. Boom, keep it moving, keep it pushing. But we not finna throw everybody in the box because we hate when they throw us in the box. So why are you gonna do the same thing that they doing if that's what you claim they doing? So again, it is what it is. That's why I give all the criticism to the brothers, man, because we gotta step it up, man. We the strength. Like that's our role. Like we the strength, man. Like we the strength of the nation. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot that we up against. So we gotta do what's necessary to preserve our health. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be around out here, man. We gotta be around. We gotta stay alive out here. Like this is what we have to do. So when somebody is giving you tips and keys to stay alive, bro, listen. Do that. Me telling you to lay off the alcohol, bro, is not me. Like, I don't know why you're not listening to that. That's me looking out for your health so you can be around for your kids, man. So you can be around for your kids, bro. Like, come on, put that alcohol down. That's distorting your mind. Put it down, man. That's distorting your mind. And then on top of that, you already dealing with corporate America, so that's going to make you more angry. That's going to make you more depressed. It's going to make you more frustrated. Put it down. Let's get healthy out here. Stop eating so much of the poison animals. What they call it, poison animal eaters. Stop being that. Again, you consuming the trauma. So then we walking around angry. Want to fight and kill everything and everybody. Because look at what we eating. Come on, brothers, man. We got to do better. We got to do better with bringing the culture. That's on us, man. We bringing the culture, man. We coming with the knowledge, man. The foundation. So again, when I give my criticism, man, I speak directly a lot of times to brothers. Directly to brothers. I speak directly to brothers, man. I'm telling you, again, when the right man comes along for a sister, I am telling you, she is going to change her whole life. Seen it. I literally have seen it. Again, like I said, go study Islam, go study Black Panthers, go study all these groups. And you're going to see a lot of sisters that were brought into the mix by their guy. Their guy was a Black Panther, therefore they became one. Their guy was a Muslim, therefore they became one. It rarely happens the other way around. A dude gonna come in and he gonna change her life when he coming with that culture, and she gonna be willing if it's the right guy. Better Future, peace, appreciate that donation. I mean, that's moderation, so to speak, but I say don't even do it then. Just completely let that go. You know what I'm saying? It don't even really serve us no purpose. You know, just completely let it go. Don't even drink it. And that's how I look at it. If it's something you only drink once in a blue moon and every 2 months, you might as well not even rock with it because it really ain't that important. So you might as well completely let it go. That's how I look at it. Lindell, peace. Doris Gordon, you say, how about smoking? Now, smoke cigarettes, garbage. Like anything outside of the marijuana smoke, no, definitely don't smoke it. Now, with the weed, this is all I would say about that. if you using weed as like a crutch, like if you depend on the weed, then that's when I say it's time to let that go. When you feel like you gotta smoke in order to function properly, that's a problem. That is a problem. But if you using it for like medicinal purposes, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you don't feel like you need it in order to thrive in life, then I'm cool with it. But if you smoking this weed, you feel like you have to smoke in order for you to function, it has now become a crutch and it is now a problem. It is now a big problem. And that's when I would say, oh, all right, now it's time for you to lay off it. I done had a few brothers, and shout out to these brothers. I done had a few brothers that I have trained personally. And once it's like when people get around me, they start talking about all things they want to give up. But I had a brother that was up in here, man, that I knew personally, and he was just like, man, I'm trying to get off the weed. You know what I'm saying? He's like, because I'm becoming too dependent upon it. And he just was analyzing how I move. He's like, man, I see how you move and you don't smoke. And it seems like you be functioning all good and whatnot, man. I'm laying off the weed, man. I'm about to give up the weed. And he gave it up. And he was like, man, his mind got a lot sharper, clearer, things like that. Because he just realized he was dependent upon it. You know, he realized that. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I need to do to get up off of it. You know, so shout out to my brother right there for listening. But a lot of times, I said I'm having to argue with people. And when it's going to lead to an argument, the worst thing you can do, if I'm trying to give you some information that I know will help you, notice I said no. I didn't say feel like will help you. If I'm striving to give you some information that I know will help you and you start arguing with me, you have just lost a source of information, because I'm no longer about to, that conversation is over with. It's dead. Terenzo clocks in. Peace, what's the word? Conversation is dead. It is completely dead. You know, so if I'm giving you some information and I know this information will help you and you want to argue with me, I'm shutting it off. I'm done. I'm no longer about to offer my expertise, my advice, opinion, whatever you call it. No longer offering it. Done. You killed it once you start arguing with me about something I know that I know. This is my field, it's not your field. So now you want to argue with me about it. Cool. Since you know everything, go ahead and do you. That's what I started telling people. Like I said, if I'm not an expert in the field and I know somebody is an expert, I'm gonna listen to what it is they have to say. I'm not saying I'm gonna accept it right away. I'm gonna listen though, because this is not my field. So I'm gonna see what they have to say, and I'm gonna do my own research outside of the fact. But if I know that it's not my field, I'm not about to argue with somebody that this is what they do. Even if they wrong at the point, like this is not what I do, I don't know. So I'm gonna listen, and then I'm gonna go fact check you, and then I'm gonna go come back. I'm gonna come back and ask you questions. But I'm not just going to instantly start arguing with you because I'm not sure. I don't know. This ain't my field, but that's what people do. That's what people do. All the time when I'm trying to suggest things work, dudes want to swear up and down. I'm like, bro, I lift some of the heaviest weight imaginable and have never suffered an injury lifting weights. I haven't even come close. So trust me, know what I'm talking about when I'm trying to help you with the form and whatnot. They don't want to listen. They either don't want to listen or don't want to do what it was that I suggested or recommended. It's like that's on you at that point. I'm not going to keep pressing the issue. Once I give you the jewels, once I give you the keys, if you don't want to use them to unlock the door, that's on you. Not about to keep doing it though. Airview, peace, what's happening? Yeah, for sure. People always want the last word. You can have it. The last word is not necessarily the right word, you know? So you can have the last word and just be wrong, you know? I'm out of that stage in my life where I got to have the last word, the last say in the situation. I'm done with that. Like, I ain't living like that anymore. You feel like you right, cool. Go ahead and do you. Go ahead and do what you do. Go ahead and do what you do. Do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, that's what most people are going to do anyway. What they want to do. So go ahead. Go ahead and do what you want to do. And then when that don't work out for you, don't come crawling back to me asking me for my advice again. Because that's what happens. People think they know something. Then they try to do it on their own. It don't work, and now here they go. That's how it tends to work. Young C though, 100%. When people say something about they went vegan or vegetarian, and then they going back to eat meat and they say it don't work or it didn't work, they definitely went about it the wrong way. They're not in tune with their body type. Because you got to think about it. If somebody is saying, I feel like I need to eat meat again, it's not the meat that they feel like they need. It's what the meat contains. So they may not have been getting enough protein. They may not have been getting enough iron. So it's ways to go about it. You know, so it's not necessarily the meat is what they are lacking. It's what the meat contains. You know, so that's it. So they definitely went about that the wrong way. Definitely. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm not saying everybody needs to go vegan, but everybody could go vegan. It's just some people, you got to go about it in a different way. Some people may need more carbs than another. Some people may need more protein. But everybody could go vegan or vegetarian. It's just the way that you go about it. So yeah, they most definitely did it the wrong way. And then you got to give your body time, man, to just adjust and adapt to that lifestyle. But yeah, I can give a whole breakdown about that, man. Once you get into with your body type, even after you get into with the body type, man, it can take your body years to adjust to a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. It can take your body literally years. Because for one, you got to detox. You got to detox and all of that. A lot of people don't do that. See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just transition to another lifestyle. They just transition to going vegan. Man, you got to detox and cleanse yourself before you do that. You know, so a lot of people don't know that. Dominique, peace, my brother. What's happening? Terenzo, my brother, appreciate that donation. And for sure, 100%. People don't like to hear the truth. It stems back from them not liking their inner thoughts, you know, trying to run from those joints. So they definitely don't want to hear it from an outside source, you know. Young Cito, 100%. I didn't take the greatest of baby steps, but I had the knowledge of like what my body was doing and why I was doing it. So I wasn't panicking, you know. But yeah, I definitely recommend baby steps. Definitely don't do it cold turkey. You do it cold turkey, your body really gonna talk to you. So if you want to do it the proper way and avoid all of the stuff that I kind of went through, I didn't necessarily go cold turkey, but I did it faster than you kind of really supposed to. So yeah, my body really responded. But if you want to dodge a lot of that, then definitely it's a gradual process. I don't necessarily care for Gandhi like that. Dude didn't really fool black folks. But they say Gandhi, when he was like transitioning, what he would do, he would make changes like every 3 to 4 months or something. In regards to his regimen, like nutrition. He'll make a change like every 4 months. It was something like that. It was three or 4 months. But that's when he would make a change. He'll make some type of change every 3 to 4 months. Now, I ain't saying you got to do that. You could do something like every month or so. But that's the way that you really supposed to go about making those changes. You know, that's how you got to go. That's how you got to go about it. But definitely don't do the cold turkey unless you're ready for all that smoke, you know, and you don't mind your body doing exactly what it's going to do when you go cold turkey. Boy, it's going to be a rough situation. It's gonna be a crazy situation for the kid if that's how you gonna rock. I've seen it all there. I've experienced it all with that. Better Future, the best substitute for meat. So again, we talking about protein. So we got lentils. A lot of people be using like when they make the burger, they use like mushrooms. But yeah, man, lentils is definitely good. Split peas, hemp seeds. These are all things that get quinoa. These are all things that give you the protein that you would receive from the meat. So those are some of my best sources or my favorite sources. And with the iron, that's real simple. I'm gonna give y'all one item for iron. Blackstrap molasses. Get you some blackstrap molasses, throw that joint in some smoothies, and now your iron, you no longer have to worry about that. You can get some pumpkin seeds as well. But if you worry about iron, get you some blackstrap molasses. And my sisters really need to listen to that because y'all need a little bit more iron than we do. Make sure you get you some blackstrap molasses. And then when you get your iron, make sure your vitamin C is up to par because the iron needs the vitamin C for it to properly be absorbed. So you could be getting enough iron in, but if your vitamin C is low, then the iron is not being absorbed. So therefore it's useless. So you got to make sure you're getting your vitamin C up. If you getting enough fruits and vegetables in, then you probably getting the proper amount of vitamin C. You know, broccoli is a good source of vitamin C. Bell peppers are a good source of vitamin C. Strawberries are a good source of vitamin C. Notice I'm not naming an orange. See, these other sources that I'm naming, they are actually better than the orange. You can have, mangoes, papayas, and you can also include the oranges in there. So those good sources of vitamin C. So make sure your vitamin C levels are good along with the iron. Then we rolling. Get you some spinach in also. Better Future, yeah. And then that's why you soak the beans. So a lot of people don't eat beans also because of the gas. All you got to do is soak them. Like the longer you soak the beans, the more potent they are. You know, the better they are for you. The more enzymes will be activated. So the less gas it will cause for you. So soak them joints. Terenzo, yes, sir. The green orange that not many people know about. The original orange. Francis, I don't fool with the eggs for cholesterol purposes. Man. And one thing about cholesterol is our body doesn't need any outside source of cholesterol because our body naturally makes the proper amount of cholesterol. So any outside source of cholesterol that you supply to your body, you run the risk of high cholesterol. You literally do not need any outside sources of cholesterol. So that's why people that go vegan very rarely have high cholesterol because we're not really consuming external cholesterol because most of that comes from animal protein. Like the dairy and then the meats and whatnot. A lot of the cholesterol, extra cholesterol comes from that, like cheese and all that type of stuff. Pamela Peace, what's happening? You say most people don't like introspection because it costs you something. And from reading the room, most people don't want to accept responsibility for themselves and their lives. Yep, accountability. Accountability. Majority of the population don't like that word. Accountability. They run from that word. That word instills fear in most of the people. Accountability. That's a frightening word to most people. Very frightening word. Oh yeah, Doris Gordon. I was just putting somebody onto that earlier this week, I should say, about soaking the beans. Soak them beans. Akuma for sure. Airview, you say, how much of what you read do you retain? Airview, I'm gonna give you a jewel on that. I retain exactly what I want to retain. Because when you read, obviously you're not striving to retain the whole entire book. If you focus hard enough, you know what I'm saying, you can do whatever you want to. But I retain what I want to retain simply because I highlight a lot and I take notes. You know, I write down things. So I retain what resonates with me. I retain what I need to retain and what I want to retain by highlighting, taking notes. That's how I do it. So whatever it is I need to retain, I retain it from that particular book. If it's not useful, I discard it. I don't retain it because I don't need it. So I retain exactly what I need from the books that I read. If I don't need it, I don't retain it. Delano, you say you've been using the chlorophyll. Hey, shout out to the chlorophyll. I usually keep some chlorophyll on me. Doris Gordon, you say what's the substitute for eggs? A lot of people, when it come to egg type of situations, they use flax seeds. And when you get flax seeds, it's better to get grounded flax seed. Make sure you get grounded flax seed, man. That's the best version of the flax seeds to get, grounded. But a lot of people, when they dealing with a recipe that calls for like, a lot of people use flax seeds. Because you getting your healthy fat from that, man. Hey, and then flax seeds, you getting a lot of fiber also. But yeah, flax seeds are very beneficial, very healthy. So get the flax seed game up. Get you some grounded flax seeds, throw them in some smoothies and whatnot. Or if you doing some baking and whatnot, use the flax seeds. But y'all, man, with that being said, I got some other sessions here that I got to get ready for, man. So I went over my time, but it's all peace, though. You know, appreciate all the donations, all the loves, all the comments and whatnot. Like I said, it's a spontaneous joint. Didn't think I was going to have time to go live today, but here we are. We had time. So I appreciate everybody tapping in with the kid. Definitely not going to be streaming tomorrow, man. Got to chill with the mom dukes tomorrow and whatnot. So y'all know how that go. Shout out to all the queens out here, man, that are mothers. You know, happy Mother's Day to all of you all. Like I don't deal with holidays, but I could definitely shout out the mothers. I could definitely do that, and the fathers. So I could definitely do that. I ain't got no problems with that. You know, so shout out to all the mothers out here, man. Y'all be peaceful. Enjoy the rest of this Saturday, and y'all enjoy y'all Sundays, man. Y'all stay healthy. Stay out the way. Stay away from the nonsense, the toxic BS that's out here. Y'all be easy, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.